This is Charlie Parsons for Boxing Social in association with Empire Fight. Still delighted to be joined down here at the Matchroom Gym with my good mate, Mr. Joe Cordina. How are you, bro?
What's happening, bro? You okay?
Good, man. Thank you for having me down here today. Just got some incredible footage of you on the pads, blasting them, that money shot I seen there as well. It's the new year, you're back in Essex. How are you finding everything?
Yeah, do you know what? I'm just happy to be back down here. Like, don't get me wrong, I love being at home and being with the family and stuff, but there's a lot of distraction at home, and I can't get as motivated as I can when I'm up here. Like, you walk in a gym, the gym's full of talented fighters, and it's good to be around them. They push you on to improve and do better. So yeah, I'm glad to be back down, and it's a long way to my fight, yeah, but I'm just gonna head at the game. So.
Well, that's sort of what I've been saying to everyone about just how talented it is. You come in here, and even me, as someone who, I think the only time I was here before was the Benn media day, and it was more just like a load of media coming to the gym rather than seeing you guys go through the paces. You're all sort of like pushing each other, but the friendly banter's there. It's just a real good group in here, isn't it?
Yeah, it's proper. Listen, we're like family. I mean, you got the new boy Jordan coming, and he's proper. Listen, down to earth. I think he's going to be a good addition to the gym. Like, you see me and Spider have the banter. It's constant. That's constant. As soon as he walks in the gym, I'm on him. And then he'll try and give me, like, he beat me in snooker the other day, which I'm not happy about. And he's not giving me the return, so he's stepping on me for that. But yeah, we have the banter. It's good to be around good people, good energy, and like I said, we push each other on and in training, and in the mornings we're all here, and you're not training on your own, and sometimes that can be lonely and put you off training at times.
Back punching with the hand, how is it? I looked absolutely fine there, power looked phenomenal. Obviously seen a lot of work of you towards the back end of the year, just doing a lot with one hand, I think, back at home. You're now both fit, both hands, are you feeling okay?
Yeah, perfect. Listen, the surgeon I used was Mike Hayton, and he's the best in the country. He's he done my metacarpals for me, and to the day he said, do not punch until this date. I started punching, and it was fine after that. And same with this one, when I done my metatarsal, he said, do not start punching until this is. And then I started punching. He said, right. He said, now whenever you feel pain, he said, pull back. He said, if you don't feel pain, just keep gradually building it up. And now I'm at a stage where I can let my hands go and not feel anything. So yeah, that's the main thing.
How was the back end of sort of the year? Because I saw you in Abu Dhabi, and obviously quite bittersweet for you, because that was meant to be you on that undercard, then stripped of your title, and then not even able to train to your full paces. Were there times where you go from such a high to almost such a low? Were there times where you were sort of struggling a little bit mentally with it all, the whole process, or how did you find it all?
Yeah, listen, I haven't sort of been shy of saying it. I was in a bad place for a couple of weeks and stuff, so then you got Spider coming in trying to make me laugh. Yeah, that's right. Crack on. Just make sure you're working, bro.
You know I'm working hard all the time.
Yeah, of course. Yeah.
365.
You ain't going on right now.
I'm doing it right now.
No, I'm on a camera.
Rock, paper, scissors for it?
I just beat you. I ain't giving you the return. But yeah, I wasn't shy about saying that it was a bit of a difficult time for me. But listen, nevertheless, we move on, and my missus reminded me that the last year I've been blessed. Winning a world title, moving house, having my baby boy, which I was thankful and grateful for, and I pray to God for these things. So in a bad times, you got to be grateful and thankful also. And in life, one door closes, another one opens. And the back end of the year, obviously once I made peace with that, I was out in the World Cup over in Abu Dhabi, enjoying in that, and got to witness what I'm going to be up against in April. Yep. And then out in Qatar for the World Cup, and yeah, and I had a little stunt in Dubai also.
Set in?
Yeah, just to relax. Yeah, but listen, the end of the year was good for me. I enjoyed my Christmas time and with my family, and now it's time to get back in the gym.
That's nice to hear, actually, because I suppose from an outside perspective it would look like such an array of emotions. Obviously you train your whole life to become the world champion, and then all of a sudden, get hit by a setback and it's being stripped. But I sort of get what you're saying when your missus sort of grounded you, and everything happens for a reason. I suppose you've got to count your blessings and look forward to this year.
Yeah, of course. Listen, like I said, we're thankful when everything's going our way. So we just got to be. I'm a religious man, so sometimes you just got to have the faith and just believe everything will work its way, work itself out in the end. And that's what happened. Now I got my first shot at the title. So I've been told in April. I think Felix leaked it. So yeah, in April, and get my title back, and then we move on and just fucking go where we left off, really.
Well, yeah, we're gonna sort of go into that first on Rakhimov. We did do a sort of review where we wrapped up everything. Sort of the things that we sort of took from it was quite a square fighter, quite a bit of a strange style for a southpaw in that sort of how ordinary he is, which just sounds weird, and that's no disrespect to him. Very tough, come forward fighter, but doesn't box like an ordinary southpaw. Do you think the styles will gel? Do you think it's an opponent that suits your style?
Yeah, well, I've always liked people walking onto me, and that's what he does. But listen, I'm not at one little bit thinking it's going to be a pushover. It's not. He's gonna literally push me to my limits, and this will be my hardest fight to date. Clearly, he's a world champion, and there's going to be times where I'm going to have to ask myself some questions. But also with him, I'm going to hit him very hard and cleanly and often. But it might be the same for him. He might catch me and whatever, and I might have to get off the floor. He might have to get off the floor to win. But at the end of the day, it's going to be who wants it most, and I believe I do. And listen, talent-wise, he don't compare. But like we said, he's tough, he's ordinary, but he's strong, he's rugged, and he wants to get it close and beat the fuck out of you.
You will never overlook any opponent, but it'd be natural to sort of have an idea in the back of your head of who you want, or sort of mapping out the future. We've spoke before, Shakur Stevenson's a name that's been thrown about, but I suppose anywhere and anyone around your weight, so many good names. I imagine you just want as much as possible. If it ain't Shakur, then some sort of unification, stadium fight. Just push yourself to the best.
Yeah, of course. Listen, I've said it before. I want to fight Shakur. Obviously, he's moved up, so his intentions are different. So what I'm and his goals are they're different. Mine and his are different now. So listen, it's someone who I want to fight because the way he called me out last time and shot back off up to lightweights. But that's obviously down the line. But first and foremost, I got to get my title back. Then I want to try and unify. I want to make some big money. I'm not in this sport to just float about and make little bits here and there and whatever. Don't get me wrong, I'm getting paid nice, but I want to make some big, serious money. So for me, it's about unifying and then try and edge down our road and maybe move up. I don't know. I'm a big super feather, a real big super feather. So I don't think I'll be out my depth in the lightweights, talent-wise. They are big. I've stood next to some of them, but they're no bigger than me. So yeah, I wouldn't mind that in the future, but at this present moment, I got to get my title back, so I got my clout there.
Just a word on the rest of the gym. George and Maisie obviously just signing long-term contracts with Matchroom at the very start of their career. Obviously look up to fighters like yourself and Spider behind us, and then and then obviously Felix, who maybe EBU or maybe Ammo Williams, still waiting for a bit of clarity. But just a really positive time for everyone in the gym. McKean's name's even been thrown about. For AJ, Jordan Thompson, who's a phenomenal cruiserweight. Just a really good time for everyone in the gym.
Yeah, of course. Listen, we're all going to be thereabouts for world titles at the minute. I'm fighting for a world title in my next fight. You got John Ryder, his name's getting floating about with Canelo. You got Felix, European title. You got Spidey, going to be in massive fights this year. George coming through. You got Dempsey with AJ. Jordan's going to be on some big shows and got some big fights coming up. Maisie. Who else? You got Jordan Flynn in the gym with Kevin. He's going to be pushing on to area titles and titles in this year. So yeah, have I missed anyone else?
Well, someone that I'm going to sort of go on to. He's not in the gym today. He's out training in Australia. Conor Benn. We're seeing more.
Conor will be back having a fight this year. I believe that.
Just sort of on that, obviously we're still waiting to hear. Mauricio Sullivan said that there's still some sort of legal proceeding ongoing. Conor's put out stuff saying sort of, the science is correct. We're still waiting to hear more, to be honest. Just on your side of things, do you have a sort of rough idea as to when we're going to find some clarity with the situation, just from speaking to Conor? And do you know when we can expect to see him back in the ring?
This year, hopefully the beginning of the year. But I know as much as you on that side of things. I don't know too much about it. I just, like I said in previous interviews, I back my boy, and what he says, what he's done, I back him with everything he goes. So, and it's all starting to unfold. So, but we don't know. We haven't seen the pages. So once that book gets opened, we'll be able to see everything. Don't know when it's going to be, but hopefully soon.
And have you spoke to him while he's out in Australia? You know, how is he, the family, everything mentally? I imagine much better than probably he was back in October, November time.
I messaged him in December, but I wanted to come down. I wanted him to come down for my birthday to get a little bit of normality to his life. Be with the boys, we have a little night out and whatever. It was my birthday, so Spider came down, Chev, Clark came down. So I wanted him to come down also, but listen, he was busy, and I think at the time it wasn't right for him. But he's over in Australia now. His mind's a bit more settled, and he'll come back refreshed, and he'll be ready to pick up where he left off.
Joe, top man, as always, thank you for speaking to me at Boxing Social. Look forward to April. I think a great card it will look to be. Gavin Gwynn defending his British and Commonwealth in a rematch on the undercard. So final message to the viewers.
Keep a lookout for the date. Make sure you get your tickets, because this one's going to be a barnstormer. And just keep supporting. Love you all. Thank you very much.